Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important example for reactive form scenario where we will be learning how to use form control with min length validation. I'm sure in your projects you might have encountered some situation where you are supposed to implement the validation on the basis of input field length, right? So in this session, we will be discussing how to apply minimum length validation with form control for reactive forms. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on how to use reactive form control with min length validation. But prior to that, you should know what is reactive form, other basic examples that we have already covered, so that you can understand things properly. Okay, now for the sequential content, you can also refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3000 plus free resources, which is available in both Hindi as well as English language. So as per your convenience, you can go through it and try to explore it. Okay, all right, so now we are good to start with the session. Here you can see currently I'm in app.component.html file, where we have main heading as Angular course by Sharmit, and after that we have second heading that shows reactive form in Angular, form control with minimum length validation. Now here what I will do, like you can see, I have already added these two horizontal rows. In between these horizontal rows, I will define my form. Now some of you might be thinking, like, do we really need these horizontal rows? No, it is not mandatory, but just to show it in proper way on browser, I'm using this horizontal rows. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll simply create one form, and in this form we will design the things. Now prior to that, we should try to understand the requirement. So requirement is that we have one input field, and in that input field I want to make sure that user key in at least 3 characters. If 3 characters are not there, in that case it should show one message that this is not a valid, or minimum 3 characters are required. So this kind of message I want to show if the characters are less than 3. Okay, although like in form you can create multiple fields, but just to make the things easier for you, I'm just taking one input field and I'll explain you how to implement it. Clear? All right, so now what we will do here, we will simply add one thing, that is label, just to attach it with the input field. So I will name it as username. Okay, and then we will add our input field. In input field, I will just define my type, that is text, and after that we will simply add one. And okay, now here remember one thing, we are designing the form, but prior to that we should import few important modules. What are those? Let me show you. Let's go to app.component.ts file. Here in import section, we will define the things like reactive form modules, ngIf, because these are the things that I will be using for my demo. Reactive form module will allow us to define and create the reactive form. ngIf will help us to do the conditional statement, right? And other things we will define by that time, but at least these things should be there. Okay, now here I will write a square bracket form control. Okay, and then we will assign it with a variable called username. Okay, now currently it is throwing error because username is not already defined in app.component.ts file. So let's go to app.component.ts. Here you can expand the class where we will mention username, and in username we will assign the value as input field. Like we know that we will be using form control, so you can simply write here form control and press enter. Once you press enter, it is added. Now here what we will do, and always make sure that when you press enter, it should be imported here either. Okay, otherwise it won't work. Okay, now after that we will add a blank just as a default value, and now we will apply the validators. So validator is also something that will be implemented when you press enter here. So once I press enter, you can see now it is imported here. So these are the all important things. What all? Reactive forms module, form control, validators, and ngif. These all things should be there, okay, at least for this demo. Now after adding the validators, now you can add dot and min length. Perfect. So this min length is added. Now that means now you are good to use it in your application, but without semicolon it is throwing error, so just put the semicolon. And also you have to pass the min length value. Let's say I want only 3 characters as minimum, so I will pass it like this. So this is the overall variable structure that you are supposed to define in order to perform min length validation. Clear? Now after that, let's go to app.component.html file. Here you can see username error is removed because it is now working example. We have we got the required modules here. Post that, like if I run this application right now, ng serve -- open enter, so you will see that it comes with all the required headings like Angular codes by Sharmit, reactive form in Angular, form control with minimum length validation, 1 horizontal row, 1 username field label and input field, and also a horizontal row again for closing the form. Now here if I write something less than 2 characters, 3 characters, still it is working because we are not able to see the message, right? Now to show such kind of messages, what we will do, we will add one paragraph here, and in this paragraph we will mention *ngif username dot errors dot is min length. So basically it will check if it is related to min length, then in that case we will show one message, and the message would be minimum 3 characters are required. So this is I want to show when the characters are less than 3. So let's save it and refresh the browser. Currently it is not throwing any error. Moment when I start A, so you can see when I first write A, it shows minimum 3 characters are required. B, still it is showing the same message, but the moment when I write here C, in that case it will not show any message because it is more than 3 characters. Clear? So for such kind of validation you have to make sure that you write the logic, and in case if you want that it should not all allow the blank, then in last session we talked about the required, right? So that logic you can also add, but for if you want to add multiple validation, that I will show you in the upcoming session, like how to apply group validation, group form control. But for now we are just individually discussing each and every validation, so that as per your requirement you can create these examples. Yeah. So in HTML file we just need to write the UI portion, rest of the logic is under the app.component.ts file. So you don't need to worry about like how things will go when we are talking about the this reactive form module, because now you know the syntax, right? So syntax is straightforward. You just need to write validators.min length and then specify the length as per your requirement, and then when user try to enter the values less than that particular value, it will throw the error, and that error will be captured with the help of ngif, and we will check if username.errors, that question mark is just to make sure that if something else is present in this username.error, then it won't break the application, it will show you something as an error. Okay, so just to handle the things we are using this question mark. Okay, all right, so in this session we mainly learn how to apply min length validation for a reactive form in Angular, and we discussed what all important modules are there that we are supposed to import, and also we will discuss the overall variable declaration for min length validation. Okay, so that's all for this session. In the upcoming session we will discuss few more validation first, and then later on we will move to the form group control to explain you the second process. Okay, meanwhile you can do the practice to just try to replicate the same examples in your system, and once you are comfortable with it, then you are good to go ahead for your interviews and exam. And in case if you have any question, queries or suggestion related to this session, just feel free to reach out to me through comment section. I would be more than happy to answer your queries. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.